Right, I need to know, have I upset Hillbilly? Because he did post it on Facebook, so it's not entirely my fault. But I did have to grab it from him. What is this? This is that #1 Spitfire that he made. So I have opened it. This isn't an unboxing. And it's a really good work, by the way, Hillbilly. But like, the joke is he was kind of saying, oh, I don't know if I should sell it. Like, he sort of really wanted it. And even in the little postcard that he sent out, it was like, if you decide you don't want it, I'll take it back. So I guess this will be exciting for Rick to see, because this will be the test. Do I want to keep it? So let's open this up. This is nice work, by the way, Rick. Like putting that, like, that's exactly how my brain would work. Oh, there's a little square there, so I need to put something in there. So he does these nice little boxes. So I have banded this up already with some sniper sling. I think this is 0.6. But there we go. So this is the one with the brass core. Focusing all right. It is a beauty. It honestly is a work of art. There's his stamp, HBS. And as per my request, does that show up in the light? He stamped it #1. So the one and only original. Yes, so this is going to be the first shots with it. It seems sturdy enough, so I'm not going to put those safety glasses on. And before I do shoot this, I do want to thank JD Chucking Steel. At the last video he done, when they were going over all the new stuff at Omega Slings, anyone who's watching this video and not aware, OmegaSlingsUSA.com for all your North American slingshot needs. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it. He actually said like I seem to be like a good channel, an up and comer. So he thinks like there's a good future. So for you, a true heartfelt thank you, because coming from you, who's already well established, and being recognised to that level, that honestly means a lot to me. So thank you, truly, and I know I joke around a lot. I am being sincere from the heart. Thank you for that recognition. So knowing that I've been recognised by someone of your calibre in the community, it means a lot to me, and I hope I do like bring some smiles to people. Because as you've seen, like, I'm kind of more the jokey. I'm in the middle. Sometimes serious. I can be serious about things, but I joke around a lot. So yeah, that means a lot. But let's get on to shooting this thing. Oh, and again, just before I one last thing. Let me put my, as we call it in England, the bum bag or the fanny pack on, just for the ammo. This, and I completely forgot where I was going to go. Oh yeah, as I had been promising Omega Slings my September budget. So if anyone's wondering, I did spend my September budget at Omega Slings. So I kept my little promise. So, well, I'll show you when I get it, but it's no secret. If you've been in any of the videos, the lives, or anywhere else in the chats, you know that I'm kind of drooling over that copperhead. I used to keep snakes, not copperheads, because they're illegal in Canada, because any venomous snake is illegal here. Of course, I'd want to fucking keep a copperhead because it'll kill you. But I had my eye on the python. Like, it was the Aries. I wanted the Aries. I just wasn't keen on the colours that were there, the white and blue. And it looked good, but I knew that I wouldn't want to shoot it because I just didn't like the colour. I like either like wood, metal, or if it's going to be colourful, I lean more sort of orange, purple, red, yellow, that kind of colour. So I knew I'd sort of get it and I'd be a bit half-hearted about shooting it. And I didn't want to ruin that first impression of the Aries. So when I saw the Python one come out, it's like, okay, and this was late July, early August. Like, okay, September. I'd already spent my budgets by then, so I'm like, okay, September, definitely getting the Python. 2 weeks ago, roughly 2 weeks ago, all of a sudden, Chucking is like flashing off this copperhead look, and it was like, oh my god, got a semi. Like, I need that. I really need that. So I was quite pleased. He messaged me and told me they're in. So um, yeah, ordered them. I'll be waiting for them to come. So look out for my unboxing and playing around with the other stuff I got. I did get a set of safety glasses, so that's no sort of big deal. Just because these ones that I wear, they've got this little weird bit at the bottom, and it kind of makes things a little bit blurry. I think there's some sort of prescription thing on there going on, but um, anyway, I just wanted a decent set because my wrap and tuck isn't good. I don't know why it pops out. I haven't figured out what I'm doing wrong. Sometimes I can do it, and sometimes I can't. I haven't figured out that little special ingredient that makes it not slip. Oh, and I'm not being sponsored. Just before you say, "Oh, Paul's just going to get rich off of these videos now," he's sponsored. Not sponsored. This is just an ad for my Tinder. It's the type of woman I date. Yeah, no monetization for me. Right, let's flip it around. So I know in the last video it was playing up. It kept freezing on the catch box. So I've replaced the LEDs first of all because the blue ones weren't working properly. So I replaced those, and I've moved the camera and changed the wiring around a little bit. So first of all, I'm just going to wander down. So from my basement, I've got my rear view camera here. One day, I'll tell you what, in the next video, I'll bring my cell phone down and I'll show you how I've got this set up. Then you'll actually get to see it. And if anyone wants any advice on this kind of setup, what I do and how I do it, just leave me a message, hit me up on Facebook or somewhere, and I'm happy to give any details. There's no secrets here. I say next video, I'll show you all around. But I'm using earbuds with the microphone, so now we should have this camera. Is that still? Yep, that's still fairly solid. I'm going to change this to white, just so it stays on that. I'm just going to put this remote back up near here because I have a really shitty memory sometimes and I put things down and then I just don't know where they are. So I'm trying to be a good boy from now on. Oh, I put that tin away. I'm trying to be a good boy from now on and actually put things back. Something I should have learnt when I was about 2 or 3. Either that or I'm just such a dick that I don't do it. Let's just get a fresh can on there. I've got to try and step away from the can cutting. I'm really enjoying it though. I love the can cutting, but I've got to try and do other things because I'm not going to get better zoning in on like these tiny little targets if I don't actually try something different. And I do have lots of fun little targets. They're just not quite ready to come out yet because they're so small I won't hit them. But I do have plans for more targety kind of things. So just so you know, like the weight of this, I know, shut up and shoot. If I ever do merch, that is going to be the first t-shirt. Shut up and shoot. Um, so the weight of this is, let me see, I have my Mega Billy. Yeah, oh, it's heavier than the Mega Billy. I do have scales. So if anyone was interested, just for the look, just chuck that in there. So if you want to see them side by side, so there's the Mega. Let's come back and get it lined up. So this one is the Mega Billy, and this one is the Spitfire. So they are pretty much the same there. And just to be Mikey, I don't know what that means, but there's a straight line going up and down. Right, I promise I'm shooting now. I'm shooting now. So this is also kind of a back to basics again, which was the last video, because I felt I was kind of rushing things and getting too far ahead of myself, and I think that's why I was messing up a lot. So, which I tend to do, so I think sometimes it's good to just step back. Let's see, so I'm going to be aiming off the top corner, fork. Take a look at that. I should actually put a paper target up. That's through and through. No shock there. Let's actually do that. I'm going to quickly put up a paper target because I want to see where I'm hitting. I do like the things that I've done to this catch box so far. I still need to build a shelf for it. So it'll be like, I saw that the person I saw was Andy Slinging Clay. He done some target stuff where he just lined up like 10 cans. I think they do it a lot in the tournaments, and you just go across shooting the cans off. So I want to do like a shelf along the bottom, so I can just line up cans, because I've got probably close to 100 empty cans down here. I have started actually just recycling cans again because I needed to get them out. Okay, let's take a look. So low and to the right. Let's do a few of those. And again, the good news, I am losing still a little bit of weight. I have to pull the belt up. I'm still a fat, you know what, but I'm getting there. There is progress, because that's why I have to have the fanny pack sort of up on my back now, because it drops down. Let's do a few. I need to use these splat target stickers. I'm going to start using them. Two. What did I say I'd call this? My little crab pouch? Was it? Something like that. It looks like I'm scratching my nuts. So I can't see where these are going, and that's actually, it's like a pretty good view when I look at that camera. Oh, well, that's not good. Okay, right, well, I guess this is going to be a shorter video than I thought. Nothing to do with the frame. It ripped right where you'd want it to. Just for anyone who's new, I'm just going to chuck that in there. This is why we taper our bands, so that it breaks at the right point. Because if it breaks at the frame, you get hit in the face. So that broke on exactly the right point. Now, I wonder if this set. So maybe it's not over yet. I mean, it's not over for, oh no, that one, sorry. That one is ripped. So, right, so this one I need to get the pouch off. Let's put that there. Luckily, I do have quite a few of these bands. I think about there. Okay, so down here, because I think I saw a pair of scissors. I did. And I'm just going to go snip, or snip, 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 because they probably need a little bit of sharpening. But I guess this is that perfect time to just say, hopefully I've left it in here. Yep, he does send it with the Allen key. So just in case you ever get a hillbilly frame, just don't forget to look under these. Like pull the foam out. They just lift up. They're not stuck in. And you should find your Allen key in there. So that man Rick is a pro. He doesn't mess up. Right, so that's kind of garbage. I'll take the pouch off. So let's see. Going that way. So I want that. Now with these, crimps, the crimp style, you don't need to do them. You don't need to go crazy. It just needs to be hand tight. He says as it pops off. I've done that for comedic effect. Honest. Oh, that's why. I haven't tightened them up properly. There. So as you saw, I didn't strain in my face, but that is a lot better. Anyone who's done any physics will probably know what I've done wrong. And I'm not great at physics, but it's the leverage. So using it like that, you don't get the max power of the leverage. You get it by doing the shorter end onto the big. See, and I've got an extra quarter of a turn, and that should. Okay, that seems good to me. So I do have a little Ziploc bag in here. I'll turn to my rear camera. Just because I've got rusty balls and they leave stains. My balls leave stains, and I like this bag, so I'm just putting them in a Ziploc just so it doesn't ruin it. It was only cheap. Again, off Temu, I'm pretty sure I got this off of. It was like $3, something like really silly. But I didn't want it ruined like on day one. I wanted it like to have it for some time. It is a nice feel. Like, I do like the heavy. It was weird when I was using the Mega Billy a lot, and then I went over to the Boot Hill. The Boot Hill lot has no weight to it, or in comparison to the Mega Billy. This is definitely heavier than the Mega Billy. I do have a set of scales, pretty good ones, that I will weigh it out on. I have these scales because there's, like, I do. This is probably my main thing. But I do have other kind of hobbies. One of them, every now and again, I make beard butters and right. So I'm kind of all over the place. But I make beard butters and soap and stuff like that. So I have to have a really accurate or very good. I have to have a very good set of scales because it's when you're measuring out lye, you want it to be right. Because yeah, you've seen Fight Club where he puts lye on the back of his hand. Yeah, it gets really hot, so you need your protective gear and that you can't leave behind. You need your protective gloves, protect your arms, put the glasses on. Right, so I'll tell you what, I'm going to hit that can a few times. Oh, I did actually. It's a bit early to say yet if this is like my full experience, but I used some of the cold latex, like the cold proof latex, whatever it was called, and it's this one, which is precise 0.55 at the moment, and this isn't an official review. I want to go through a bit more. It seems to be crap. I hate to say that I haven't yet successfully banded up a pouch because it just keeps ripping and breaking, and even the feel to it, it feels weird. So I don't know what it is. Like it is labelled as like it can deal with lower temperatures, like -20 Celsius, I think it was. So they've obviously put something else in the mix. I said I was going to hit the can, didn't I? So they've obviously put something in that mix, and I don't know. So it's too early to really say, oh, it's bad, but at the moment, I'm getting just frustrated with it. And like, it could be me, it could be the way I'm tying it, but at the moment, I'm not impressed. Yeah, I'm going to need to do. I may actually order another one of these bum bags. I call it. That's what they call it in England, a bum bag, and that's a fanny pack here. I may order another one of these, just because when I started, I couldn't get it on. I mean, it's accurate. I'm feeling pretty good and pretty confident with that. But, so this, I had to make myself a little extender. Yeah, I used rainbow paracord just because, well, it's kind of like a rainbowy kind of tie-dye effect thing. I mean, in another month or so, I probably won't even need that extender on. But yeah, basically, I made this little extender for it. Because I'm losing the weight, I might not even need to order another one. Because by the time it gets here, this one might fit. But I've also gone a bit crazy with the bracelets. I've got one here. So those are the ones that I say I made. So that's the King Cobra. This isn't the one. This is the one I made on the video. I can't remember which colours it was because I've got 5 of these now. When I'm sitting down watching a movie, I'll just grab paracord and I'll make a bracelet because I've got so many of these hard drive magnets. that, I figure I'm just going to put them together. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these bracelets, but that again is another little hobby. And I guess everyone's kind of got these lots of overlapping hobbies. I know Mark ATO Slings, he said like he picks up paracord and practices knots. Oh, miss. I definitely need those splat targets. So I keep saying, I'm pretty sure I showed them, but I've got a whole reel here of these splat targets. So I see a Timu order in my future. Maybe I'll get another reel of those. I'm going to start using them like crazy, I think, because I really need to see that where I'm hitting and where I'm missing. Oh, and if anyone hadn't noticed, Rick Hillbilly sent me his new sticker. So it's up on the top right where I've got that little sign that says "Do not disturb." I'm already disturbed enough, or whatever the wording is. To the right of that is his new sticker. Here, I'll turn that light on, and you'll see it. Let it adjust. Yeah, see, this is why I don't have this light on. It's just way too powerful. I do like it. Does anyone else get that really good feeling when you get that perfect release? Now, to me, just to define what I mean by perfect release, when I learn archery, and I'm going with like the trad stuff, like the traditional bow and the horse bow. When I was told to draw back, so you're holding onto the string and sort of holding onto the arrow, just the tip or the knock, and I was taught the perfect release is to just no longer be holding it. And it took a while, and not a long time. It just takes someone who knows what they're doing. That one did hit, went straight through. But basically, if anyone was wondering what I mean by that, this is the way I was taught. So you put your fingers like this, so finger and thumb in loops, but put them like in a loop. So pretend this is the string and this is your hand. Like this is literally what they say. Like pretend like one is the string, one is your hand. Pull on it and just keep pulling until you're kind of like you're not letting go. You're just no longer holding it. And when you do it, it makes sense because you're pulling back, and also as the tension builds, because you're pulling it back, there's a point where the tension in the elastic is greater than the pressure you're putting on your finger and thumb in the other hand. So it just slips through. And that was the way I learned. And I really like, I do like it. I love the feeling when I get that release from this. It's that kind of, I'm holding on like now to describe the feeling. So I'm holding on. I've got the ball, that's how I have it. Just a little bit pinched in, but still open. So I'm going to aim, pull it back, and just no longer holding it. Now with a bow, it depends what that looks like. If you've got a powerful bow, or I'm sure people do it even with like strong bands, is you follow through, your hand comes back naturally. But these are fairly light bands, and on my horse bow, it's only, I'd have to look now, I think it's like 18 pounds is the draw. So I couldn't hunt with it, but I had no intention of doing that. Because what I wanted to do was learn the traditional way of Korean archery, and for that you have a thumb release. So the way you do it is you knock your arrow, just in case anyone's interested. So imagine the strings coming down here. You knock your arrow then you bring your finger down and you wrap it around. So on the other side, it looks like this. So you actually see the whole knock, but it's in this little crevice. And to release, you just relax your thumb. A bit like that, you're holding it and you're no longer holding it. So there's no movement. You don't let go. It's the string pushing so hard at some point that it just goes and your hand opens. So I wanted to try and keep it that way. So, and because you're doing a thumb draw, so before anyone, if you're into archery and you've never tried a horse bow, and if you've got a trad bow, you can't do it on a recurve. You can't do it on a compound because it's just not designed that way. You have like all the pressure and then you have the let off. It's not the same thing. But if you have a traditional bow, try doing a thumb release. However strong you think you are, when you're holding it just by the knuckle of your thumb, even 18 pounds puts a lot of pressure on that joint. So kudos to anyone who can shoot thumb draw really heavy. But I don't have a very strong thumb, obviously. But you build up over time. But I enjoy shooting just for I can't remember who it was recently who said it, the marksmanship. That's what I enjoy about it. I would love to try hunting at some point, but I don't think it's on the cards yet. But one day. And nothing big, just like rabbit or something like that. I would like, because I watch videos on field dressing and stuff like that. I'd like to know if I can do it, because like I'm not bothered by watching field dressing videos. Like I wanted to learn how to do it. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. But I also understand there's a difference between watching a video of doing it and then actually sticking your hand in a hot dead rabbit and pulling the skin and stuff like that. Very different to actually do it than watching a video. So it's kind of a lot of test for me. That sounded nice, didn't it? I don't know if that picked up. I should have a look. I'm going to have a play around maybe this weekend. I'm going to have a little play around, see if I can have the mic working on that camera down there. See if it picks up those whacks. See, and this is another thing that makes me think I want to try long draw, because my draw is already back to my little triangle bit that I forgot to look up yet again. So I think going to a longer draw wouldn't be too bad. I mean, the aiming and all that is going to be an issue. But as you see, like, I come right back to that thing. So I don't think it would be too much of a change to go pull back another, 2-3 inches. I might try it behind the head. So if all of a sudden there's no more videos, then I tried it and I failed. It's a nice sound, and I can see that can. It's ready to go. He says, "Oh, I can't even see where it went." It's more of a disappointment of I wanted that hit. No, nothing bad, just the earbuds fell out. Because that's the other thing I said I'd do. Get like the Bluetooth clip-on mic things. So I don't have to use these headsets because they fall out. So the Temu Bluetooth mic clip-on mic. How good do you think that's going to be? Yeah, no, I won't. At least these earbuds are good quality. These are Soundcore. They are the Space A40, if anyone was looking up. Really nice, but I don't know if ear holes can change size. But these used to fit fine, but now every now and again one falls out. So I don't know if ear holes can change size. See, I want to start doing flippers and concentrating on them more, but I just love the can cutting. But I know I've got to evolve, and I've got to do other things. See, now I'm noticing it already. I'm starting to get cocky and speeding up. This is why I've done that slow down and back to basics, because all of a sudden I start getting cocky. So slow it down. So the other thing in my Omega Slings order is I know a lot of people rave about it, is the electric white 0.45. So I'm going with lighter bands because my primary shooting is in the basement. Well, my only shooting is in the basement because I live in the city, and so I can't just go to a park. I'd need to drive quite a distance to go anywhere where I could shoot outside. Might have clipped the bottom of that. See, the cameras are behaving. It must have been because I did rewire them and I swapped them over. Not the camera, just where they're plugged in. And that catch box is behaving. It's not. That last video, it just kept freezing. Come on. You know you want to drop. See, this tells me that my accuracy isn't great because I think I'm getting the can, but it's going through where it's already been cut. Oh, no, that felt wrong. The minute I lifted that up, it felt wrong. As in archery, I learned if you bring your bow, well, in the type I'd done, was bring it down, but as you bring it to like your aim, if it feels wrong, don't shoot. Reset. Go back to your start of your process and I'm finding my feet with this. I'll tell you what, it if anyone else has a Spitfire, and I do brace grip, but what I'm doing, I'm putting my thumb, my brace grip, over that little hole there, and it feels really comfortable. And that's the hole for like the screw. But I'm not implying I discovered something or it's something new, but just saying if you've got a Spitfire or a frame like this, I just put my thumb there just now, and it's like, oh, that feels right to have it there. I think that's evidence. Like as soon as I did, it was just that little movement, and so the clips seem to still be. I'm going to put it. Oh, so, and I mean that is full pressure on pulling it out. So I don't know if that's so that. Oh, that no, that clipper's loose, so it has come a little bit loose. Luckily, with this, you don't necessarily have to have the Allen wrench, Allen key, whatever you want to call it. Because there's the thumb ones. So may have to look at that and be wary. So hopefully my Mega Slings, it's going to be a couple of weeks. Not because of a Mega Slings, but it's going to be customs and US Postal Service. Because whenever I've ordered from Rick, like it goes from him, it goes to LA before it comes in, which is moving in kind of the opposite direction it should be. So let's just try that again. Right, so that is slipping. Oh, and it's come loose again. So I am at some point gonna take this off and take a look because that is coming off. Let's go boom like this. And let's just try this other one. So why would it cause it to loosen? If I... Yeah, see, so when I pull, now I don't know, can someone answer me that? I am pulling it directly up, which is not designed to do. So is that a normal thing? Let's put that band there. Where did I put my Mega? There it is. Right, that. Oh, look at that. And that loosens it. So is that a thing? Answers on a postcard. Now, if you can comment or message me on Facebook or something, obviously I'm doing something that it shouldn't. So it shouldn't be being pulled directly up. But this Mega I've shot many, many, many times, and I've had no issue with it popping out. But by pulling it directly upwards, I can't figure out how the friction would do that. But I'm going to play around with that. Maybe, yeah, I'm going to wait for some people to answer, and maybe I'll ask next time I'm on a live. But otherwise, very, very, very happy with it. As I say, I just found my footing on it, and that again for that brace. I hate that cameras do it the opposite. So one finger, like where you'd normally think, thumb goes comfortably over that hole. Is there one? Right, so it's not on the Mega Billy. So that's why I didn't do it before. I just had to take a quick look. So it's not on the Mega. That's why I've never done that. But that feels really comfortable. For anyone out there with a brace grip and you've got something like that, like the holes in the back, just try it and let me know. Like, it does feel very good. But otherwise, I'm very happy with that. Let's put it back in a box. And I think we'll leave it there because the band popped off. I'm going to try and figure some stuff out, and I am sweating like a what's it down here. It's so bloody hot. It shouldn't be this hot this time of year, but At least we made it for a video without saying